What is something you have that you're pretty sure no one else has? A key to unlock the B6 level on an elevator in the World Trade Center along with a matching port. Authority-issued ID card. A Contra NES cartridge autographed by Billy D. Williams. My dad saved the very button that the King of Sweden pushed to engage a new production line in the factory he worked in. The factory were shut down a few years later and Dad took the opportunity to bring the button with him on his last days of work. I have a tiny schoolbook from the 1800s and the covers are filled with the writings of a little girl. I'm trying to track down her descendants to give them this book. Because I don't like having something so valuable and irreplaceable in my possession. But there is no other little book like it. It is a history book and many of the entries would now be considered racist. Especially toward Native Americans. And also this little girl. And likely her children and grandchildren. Are long gone. I'm sure other people have it. But not many people have both. I inherited a real Apollo 11 patch. That went to the moon. From my grandfather who worked on the mission and my aunt gave me a Mercury astronaut test helmet. Worn by Alan Shepard. A piece of a turbine from a crashed Airbus A300. What do you think won't exist in 2030? Probably everything that isn't a subscription service LMAO. Privacy. Water in the Colorado River. Cashiers in big grocery stores. The Walmarts by me are phasing out cashiers in a lot of places or doubling the self-checkout lanes. Landline telephones instantly came to mind. But they'll probably last in some form a bit longer than that. Almost all 90 to 95-year-old people. What song do you 100% believe is actually about drugs? Tomorrow on BuzzFeed. 32 songs you love that you didn't know were about drugs. White Lines, Grandmaster Flash. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Snow. Long Shot, But Hear Me Out. Cocaine, Eric Clapton. I'll Go for a Double Meaning Song. Golden Brown, The Stranglers. https u2.be/awasi3u2e. Either about a girl with golden brown skin. Or it's about heroin. Or both. White Wedding. So Billy Idol says. All about cocaine. And the number of people who played it at their wedding cracks me up. What's the most elaborate scam you fell for? At the start of college one year when everyone was moving into houses in the usual shitty but affordable part of a college town, a guy walked up to us and said he can get us free HBO. He'd just take $20. He knew a guy. We're like, cool. He takes out his cell phone. Walks a few steps away out of earshot. Says check our TV. We go. And lo and behold. HBO. We give him $20 and he walks away. A week later. It was gone. The dude just called HBO for some free trial week. He must have hit up every college kid moving in that day and made bank. I put a room up for rent once. Someone applied and said they would be moving in at the first of the month. They said they were military and switching bases. This person said they were going to go ahead and ship their car out and fly in. The car arrived and was offloaded by truck. A few days later the car was gone. The person never arrived. A month or so later the police knocked and asked about the car. Ended up being that the car was stolen by whoever this person was that shipped it, and the person who picked it up was a buyer who thought it was legit. Apparently he had a set of keys mailed to him in a fake title. IDK if it ever got sorted, but they initially assumed that I was a part of it. A phone call just as I graduated high school. I nearly fell for it. I was maybe 17 to 18 years old, still looking for a job. The call goes as this. *Hi. My name is John Doe. And I am with the FBI. We have a warrant out for your arrest asterisk. I'm terrified because it sounded real. So I kept listening. Asterisk it seems you owe $259.27 in taxes. You may call the IRS. Or you may mail it to somewhere to sort the issue. Asterisk. My heart was racing because though I was wanted for tax evasion before my first job. I asked my dad what I should do and he told me to call the local sheriff's department, so I did. I was relieved to hear that I didn't have a warrant and that it was a scam. I don't know if it's necessarily the most elaborate scam of all time. But there are a range of fake sites online that offer ESTA visa for entry into the U.S. The funny thing about the sites is that they actually process your visa. But they just do it by sending your details to the official site and charging you $100 or so of idiot tax. I got caught a few years back and I wasn't even really mad. It was such an amazingly set up grift. And what made it even better was that you really had no recourse because they were actually giving you what you paid for. When I was around 12, I really enjoyed playing FIFA Ultimate Team, which I'm sure many others do. However, the game at that point did take quite a bit of grinding to get a lot of in-game currency. So hey, let's find an in-game currency generator. So I downloaded like 7 of them on the internet, tried transferring coins to my account, and got 7 viruses. What a shocker. I traded this guy my full rune armor because he said he could trim it for me.
Subscribe, my brothers.